Here are Grandpa's 40 hydrogen peroxide hacks you didn't know worked. Clean your veggies. Did you know that hydrogen peroxide can effectively clean fruits and vegetables? Its oxygenation process breaks down harmful residues and bacteria on the surface. Combine 1 part food-grade hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water in a spray bottle. Mist your produce thoroughly, then let it sit for 5 minutes. Rinse under cool running water to remove dirt, bacteria, and pesticides. Use this hack to prolong the shelf life of your fruits and veggies. Remove mold and mildew. Hydrogen peroxide is a natural way to combat mold and mildew. Spray undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide onto the affected areas and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes to penetrate the surface. Scrub with a brush or sponge to remove the loosened mold, then wipe clean with a damp cloth. Grandpa said that the peroxide kills mold spores by oxidizing their cell walls, which stops regrowth and lifts stains. Reapply if needed for stubborn spots. Use this method to keep your surfaces mold-free and fresh-smelling. Brighten dull headlights. Hydrogen peroxide can restore clarity to dull headlights. Pour peroxide onto a clean cloth or sponge and rub it across the headlight lens, applying light pressure. Leave it for a few minutes to dissolve grime and discoloration. Then rinse and dry with a soft microfiber cloth. The peroxide oxidizes dirt and residue caused by exposure to UV light and pollution. For extra brightness, follow up with a polishing compound. Clear headlights not only improve your car's appearance, but also ensure safer night driving. Clean cutting boards. Grandpa would easily sanitize cutting boards with hydrogen peroxide. To do this, pour 3% peroxide over the board's surface, letting it sit for about 10 minutes to kill bacteria and remove stains. Scrub with a sponge or stiff brush. Rinse thoroughly and allow the board to air dry. The peroxide's oxidizing action breaks down bacteria, fungi, and odors left from food preparation. Regular cleaning like this keeps your cutting boards free from harmful germs. It's an easy way to maintain a cleaner and safer kitchen. Remove rust from old tools. Rusty tools can be restored with a hydrogen peroxide solution. Sprinkle baking soda onto the rusted areas and spray peroxide on top, creating a bubbling reaction. Let it work for 10 to 15 minutes before scrubbing with steel wool or a wire brush to remove the rust. Rinse the tools well and dry them completely to prevent future rusting. The bubbling reaction softens the rust, making it easier to scrub off. This technique breathes new life into your old, neglected tools. Clean car battery terminals. Grandpa swore by hydrogen peroxide for cleaning car battery terminals, and it works like a charm. Battery terminals often corrode, reducing the efficiency of your car's electrical system. To clean them, pour a small amount of hydrogen peroxide onto the terminals, allowing it to fizz and loosen the corrosion. Use a toothbrush or wire brush to scrub away the residue. Wipe it dry with a cloth and apply a dab of petroleum jelly to prevent future buildup. Remove grease stains from work clothes. Tackle grease stains effortlessly with hydrogen peroxide. Combine equal parts hydrogen peroxide and dish soap, then apply the solution directly to the stain. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, giving the peroxide time to break down the grease. Gently scrub the spot with a soft brush or cloth, then rinse thoroughly. For stubborn stains, repeat the process before laundering as usual. This approach effectively lifts grease, leaving work clothes looking clean and fresh without compromising the fabric. Clean barbecue grills. Hydrogen peroxide simplifies barbecue grill cleaning. Spray the grates with hydrogen peroxide and let it sit for 15 minutes to break down charred residue and grease. Sprinkle baking soda over the grates to enhance the cleaning power, then scrub with a grill brush or non-abrasive sponge. Rinse the grates thoroughly with water and dry completely to prevent rust. This method ensures your grill stays clean and ready for the next barbecue without any lingering grime or burnt residue. Remove oil stains from garage floors. Hydrogen peroxide effectively removes oil stains from garage floors. Sprinkle baking soda over the stain to absorb excess oil, then pour hydrogen peroxide on top to create a foaming reaction. Scrub the area with a stiff brush, working the mixture into the stain for a few minutes. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, allowing the peroxide to break down the oil. Rinse the area with water and repeat if needed. This quick, eco-friendly method restores your garage floor's clean appearance. Treat fungal infections on plant leaves. Hydrogen peroxide combats fungal infections by releasing oxygen when it contacts organic matter, breaking down fungal spores. Mix 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in a quart of water and transfer it to a spray bottle. Mist the infected leaves lightly, ensuring full coverage. Repeat the application every few days until the infection clears. The oxygenation process damages the cell walls of fungi, effectively killing them without harming the plant. This method is a safe, natural way to protect your plants from damaging fungal outbreaks. De-skunk the dog after a hunt. To remove skunk odor, hydrogen peroxide breaks down the sulfur compounds that create the smell. Mix 1 quart of hydrogen peroxide with 1/4 cup baking soda and 1 teaspoon dish soap. Apply the mixture to your dog's coat, avoiding their eyes and mouth, and massage it in. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before rinsing thoroughly with warm water. The peroxide oxidizes the skunk spray molecules, neutralizing the odor. This chemical reaction ensures the smell is completely eliminated, not just masked. Sterilize beer brewing equipment. Sanitizing brewing equipment with hydrogen peroxide prevents bacteria and yeast from contaminating your beer. Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water and soak your tools for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse everything thoroughly with clean water before use. The peroxide works by oxidizing and breaking down microbial cell walls, killing bacteria and other contaminants on contact. This ensures your equipment is sterile, so every batch of beer ferments correctly without any off flavors caused by unwanted microorganisms. Remove fuel odors from clothing. Hydrogen peroxide neutralizes fuel odors by breaking down the hydrocarbon molecules responsible for the smell. Mix 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide with a tablespoon of baking soda in a basin of warm water. Submerge the clothing for 30 minutes to allow the solution to penetrate the fibers. After soaking, wash the clothes in your regular laundry cycle and add an extra rinse. The oxidation process breaks apart the odor-causing compounds, leaving your clothing fresh and free of fuel smells. Disinfect garden sprayers. Hydrogen peroxide disinfects garden sprayers by releasing oxygen that destroys bacteria and fungi. Fill the sprayer with a mixture of 1 part peroxide to 5 parts water. Let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Then swirl the solution to cover all surfaces. Empty and rinse thoroughly with water. The peroxide works by oxidizing and breaking down microbial cell walls, effectively sanitizing the sprayer. This ensures your equipment is clean and prevents the spread of pathogens to your plants during use. Sanitize cast iron pans before seasoning. Sanitizing cast iron pans with hydrogen peroxide is a smart way to prepare them for seasoning. Pour hydrogen peroxide onto the pan and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes to kill bacteria. Scrub gently with a non-abrasive sponge, then rinse and dry thoroughly. The peroxide releases oxygen that breaks down any lingering organic material. A clean, sanitized surface allows seasoning oils to adhere better, creating a durable, non-stick layer that improves with every use. It's a quick step that makes a big difference. Clean grout. Did you know that hydrogen peroxide can brighten grout effectively? Spray undiluted hydrogen peroxide directly onto the grout lines and let it sit for 10 minutes. Scrub with a stiff brush to remove stains and buildup, then wipe clean with a damp cloth. The peroxide's oxidizing action dissolves mold, bacteria, and embedded dirt, restoring grout to its original brightness. Regular cleaning with this method keeps grout hygienic and fresh-looking for months. You'll be amazed at how much better your tiles look with clean grout. White and yellowed enamelware. Yellowed enamelware can be restored to its original brightness with hydrogen peroxide. Fill the item with a mix of hydrogen peroxide and warm water, letting it soak for an hour. Scrub lightly with a sponge or soft brush, then rinse thoroughly. The science lies in hydrogen peroxide's oxidizing properties, which break down stains and discoloration caused by years of use. This gentle method whitens enamel without damaging its surface, making old cookware look like new again. Remove pesticides from produce. Hydrogen peroxide removes more than just dirt. It neutralizes harmful pesticides. Mix a quarter cup of peroxide into a bowl of water and soak your produce for 5 to 10 minutes. Rinse thoroughly under running water to ensure no residue remains. The peroxide oxidizes pesticide molecules, breaking them down into harmless substances. This method is gentle on fruits and vegetables, but tough on contaminants. Your produce will be not only clean, but safer to eat with no lingering chemical traces. Clean out stubborn coffee stains from mugs. Coffee stains don't stand a chance against hydrogen peroxide. Mix equal parts peroxide and baking soda into a paste, then spread it over the stained areas of the mug. Let it sit for 10 minutes, scrub gently, and rinse clean. The peroxide's oxidizing action breaks down the tannins responsible for the stains, lifting them completely. Your mug will look fresh and spotless, ready for the next cup. It's an easy fix for a common problem that delivers great results. Boost seed germination by soaking seeds in diluted hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide helps seeds germinate faster and healthier. Soak the seeds in a solution of 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 4 parts water for 20 to 30 minutes. After soaking, rinse them thoroughly and plant immediately. The peroxide softens seed coats, making it easier for water and oxygen to penetrate and eliminates bacteria and fungi that could hinder growth. For gardeners, this method is an easy way to encourage quicker and more robust germination for a successful growing season. Remove baked-on grease from oven racks. Baked-on grease can be dissolved with hydrogen peroxide. Place oven racks in a tub or sink. Sprinkle them with baking soda and pour hydrogen peroxide over the top. Let the mixture bubble and sit for 15 to 20 minutes before scrubbing with a stiff brush or sponge. The bubbling reaction loosens even the toughest grease and grime. Rinse thoroughly and your racks will look practically new. If you want effortless cleaning, this is a technique worth trying. Brighten dulled stainless steel pots and pans. Stainless steel cookware loses its shine over time, but hydrogen peroxide restores it. Sprinkle baking soda over the pan, drizzle hydrogen peroxide on top, and let the mixture sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Scrub gently with a sponge to lift discoloration, then rinse and dry. The peroxide removes oxidation, while the baking soda acts as a mild abrasive to polish the surface. For best results, repeat as needed to maintain a brilliant, reflective finish. Disinfect toothbrushes. Hydrogen peroxide is an easy way to sanitize toothbrushes. Submerge the bristles in hydrogen peroxide for 5 to 10 minutes, then rinse thoroughly under running water. The oxidation process destroys bacteria, viruses, and fungi lurking in the bristles. Disinfecting your toothbrush weekly reduces the risk of reintroducing harmful microbes into your mouth. To keep your toothbrush cleaner for longer, store it upright in a ventilated area where it can dry quickly between uses. Remove toilet stains. Toilet stains dissolve easily with hydrogen peroxide. Pour half a cup of peroxide into the bowl, letting it sit for 20 minutes. Scrub the stained areas with a toilet brush, then flush to rinse away residue. The peroxide reacts with organic and mineral deposits, breaking them down for easier removal. For persistent stains, repeat the process until they're gone. A clean toilet is just a quick peroxide treatment away, and it doesn't require harsh chemical cleaners. Deodorize garbage bins. Garbage bins can trap unpleasant odors, but hydrogen peroxide neutralizes them effectively. Pour a cup of hydrogen peroxide into the empty bin, spreading it evenly over the bottom and sides. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing with water and drying. The peroxide works by breaking down odor-causing bacteria and organic residue through oxidation. For lasting freshness, sprinkle baking soda at the bottom of the bin before adding a new liner. This method keeps your bins clean and smelling fresh longer. Treat athlete's foot. Athlete's foot is no match for hydrogen peroxide's antifungal properties, according to Grandpa. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water in a basin and soak your feet for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse thoroughly and dry completely afterward. The peroxide kills the fungus by breaking down its cell walls, helping to alleviate itching and irritation. Repeat daily until symptoms improve. For even faster results, apply the solution directly to affected areas with a cotton ball. This simple treatment offers effective relief with minimal effort. Sterilize plant pots before repotting. Dirty plant pots can harbor harmful pathogens, but hydrogen peroxide sanitizes them easily. Fill a basin with 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 5 parts water and submerge the pots. Let them soak for 20 to 30 minutes. Then scrub off any residue and rinse. The peroxide's oxygen-releasing action kills bacteria, fungi, and pests that could harm new plants. Allow the pots to dry completely before use. Sterilizing pots between uses is an essential step for healthy repotting and a thriving garden. Freshen breath. Did you know that hydrogen peroxide can help freshen your breath quickly? Grandpa swears by this old technique. Mix a teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide with equal parts water and swish it in your mouth for 30 seconds, then spit it out and rinse thoroughly. The peroxide kills bacteria responsible for bad breath through oxidation, breaking down biofilms and neutralizing odors. Use this method sparingly, no more than once or twice a week, to avoid overuse. With regular care, your breath will stay fresh and your mouth will feel cleaner. Clear up acne with a gentle application. Hydrogen peroxide is a gentle yet effective acne treatment. Dab a small amount of 3% hydrogen peroxide directly onto blemishes using a cotton swab. Leave it on for a few minutes before rinsing with water. The peroxide kills acne-causing bacteria by oxidizing their cell walls, reducing inflammation and redness. Use this treatment sparingly to avoid drying out your skin. For best results, follow with a moisturizer to keep your skin balanced. Clearer skin starts with consistent care and targeted application. Remove carpet stains. Hydrogen peroxide is highly effective at breaking down carpet stains. Mix 1 part peroxide with 2 parts water and apply the solution to the stain using a spray bottle or a clean cloth. Allow it to sit for 5 to 10 minutes, then blot gently until the stain lifts. The peroxide oxidizes the pigments in the stain, loosening them from the carpet fibers. For tougher spots, repeat as needed. This method works wonders for restoring your carpet's appearance without harsh chemicals. Whiten teeth by brushing. A homemade hydrogen peroxide paste can naturally whiten teeth. Combine 1 teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide with a pinch of baking soda to create a smooth paste. Brush your teeth gently with it for about 1 to 2 minutes, focusing on stained areas. Rinse thoroughly with water afterward. The peroxide breaks down surface stains chemically, while baking soda adds a mild scrubbing action. Limit this treatment to once or twice a week to protect enamel. Over time, this method brightens your smile effectively. Clean yellowed nails. Yellowed nails can regain their clarity with a simple hydrogen peroxide soak, Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 2 parts warm water in a small bowl and immerse your nails for 5 to 10 minutes. After soaking, scrub gently with a soft toothbrush, then rinse and pat dry. The peroxide lightens discoloration by oxidizing the pigments that cause staining. For more persistent yellowing, repeat the process weekly. This gentle treatment restores your nails' natural appearance and leaves them looking refreshed. Lighten hair. Hydrogen peroxide offers a subtle way to lighten hair. Mix equal parts peroxide and water and spray the solution evenly onto damp hair. Let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes before rinsing and conditioning thoroughly. The peroxide reacts with melanin, the pigment in hair, breaking it down to create a lighter tone. Results depend on hair texture and natural color, so experiment with exposure time to achieve the desired effect. For a sun-kissed look, try applying it to select strands. Treat cracked heels. Hydrogen peroxide is excellent for softening cracked heels. Add half a cup of peroxide to a basin of warm water and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. After soaking, use a pumice stone to gently exfoliate dead skin, then rinse and dry your feet completely. The peroxide cleans and disinfects the cracks, preventing infection while softening toughened skin. Apply a thick moisturizer afterward to lock in hydration. Regular soaks are a simple way to keep your feet smooth and healthy. Clean burnt pans. Hydrogen peroxide is a powerful tool for cleaning burnt pans. Sprinkle a generous layer of baking soda over the burned area, then pour hydrogen peroxide on top to create a bubbling reaction. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes to loosen stubborn residue. Use a sponge or scrubber to gently remove the charred bits, then rinse the pan thoroughly. The chemical reaction between peroxide and baking soda lifts burnt-on grime without heavy scrubbing. This easy cleaning hack restores your pans' shine and usability in no time. Soothe mosquito bites to reduce itching. According to Grandpa, mosquito bites can be soothed quickly with hydrogen peroxide. Dip a cotton ball into peroxide and dab it directly onto the bite. Leave it to dry naturally or rinse after a few minutes. The peroxide reduces itching by disinfecting the bite and neutralizing histamines in the skin, which cause the itchy sensation. This method also helps prevent infection from scratching. Reapply as needed for relief. A simple remedy, it's a quick way to calm irritation and stop the urge to scratch. Disinfect dish sponges and scrubbers. Dish sponges can harbor bacteria, but hydrogen peroxide makes disinfecting them easy. Place the sponge in a bowl of hydrogen peroxide and let it soak for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with warm water before using again. The peroxide kills bacteria, fungi, and odor-causing microbes by breaking down their cell walls. Regular disinfection extends the life of your sponge while keeping your kitchen sanitary. Incorporate this into your routine to ensure your sponges stay fresh, clean, and ready for use. Clean earwax with a few drops. Hydrogen peroxide gently removes earwax buildup. Using a dropper, place a few drops of 3% hydrogen peroxide into the ear while tilting your head sideways. Allow the solution to fizz for a minute or two, softening the wax. Then tilt your head the other way to drain it out. Rinse the ear with warm water to clear out any remaining wax. The bubbling action of peroxide breaks down the wax, making it easy to remove. Use sparingly and consult a doctor for persistent issues. Spray to deter pests like aphids and spider mites. Hydrogen peroxide is a natural pest deterrent for plants. Mix 1 tablespoon of peroxide with 1 cup of water in a spray bottle and apply the solution to affected plants. Target the undersides of leaves where pests like aphids and spider mites hide. The peroxide kills pests and their eggs by breaking down their protective layers. Reapply weekly or after heavy rain for continued effectiveness. This eco-friendly spray keeps your plants healthy and pest-free without relying on chemical pesticides. Heal canker sores By swishing. Hydrogen peroxide helps heal canker sores efficiently. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water, then swish the solution in your mouth for 30 seconds. Spit it out and rinse thoroughly with water. The peroxide disinfects the sore by killing bacteria and reducing inflammation, promoting quicker healing. Use this treatment up to twice daily until the sore improves. With its ability to reduce pain and speed up recovery, this simple remedy is a practical solution for the discomfort of canker sores. For more contents like this, click here to subscribe.